It just like started with, I don't know, it does that. I've decided that the name of, you guys think I'll get in trouble from Spotify if I name this episode Fuck Universal Music Group?
I mean, I feel like we're already on thin ice.
They just pull everything.
I don't know why we're on their radar all of a sudden. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, Universal Music Group has been fucking us anally the past few days. They've removed 4 of our episodes from Spotify due to copyright issues. I've tried to contest them to no avail. They will not respond to my emails. I'm about to get my lawyers involved, aka Trey.
In defense of Universal Music Group, we did kind of take their stuff and play it on our thing, but also like, come on,
we're not getting anything from this. We're doing this for the people.
Yeah, well, my default mode is just to go into, devil's advocate mode, like a good middle-aged white man.
It seems like a weird thing to be. It seems like a weird thing to be on their side in this. Like,
I'm not on their side. I'm just advocate. I'm just saying, like, I can understand the other perspective. Is all I'm saying.
I thought that, like, if you're providing music commentary, I thought that was you're allowed to do that.
No, actually, I really don't understand why it would ever get taken down. It's super dumb.
Yeah, it's fucking super dumb. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's been probably a few weeks at this point since you heard us because we've been battling Johnny Depp lawyer style against Universal Music Group. So we put a hiatus. So this episode's going to be a little different. We're not going to have any musical clips, which is going to suck for us. I'm really not excited for that, but we're trying not to get our episodes fucking planked as soon as we put them out. So today we're reviewing 1999 by Joey Bada. Apple Music intro states, Joey Bada's breakout debut in 1999, initially released in 2012 as a free mixtape, reveals the then 17-year-old is a true rap prodigy. Over jazzy production from his pro-era crew and repurposed beats from MF Doom, Lord Finesse, and the late Jay Dilla, Bada delivers couplets with fervor, confidence, and a clear intent to impress the same way he would have at his Brooklyn high school's lunch table. Young Joey favors a vintage New York boom bap aesthetic far beyond his years, forged by influences like Boot Camp Click, Wu-Tang Clan, and Nas. The album's official release here 6 years later is as much a testament to its staying power as to its timeless sound of Joey Badass's forefathers. So, Christian, this was your pick. What made you decide it?
Other than the fact that we were just like listing off albums to review, there wasn't anything other than this was kind of, for me, like when I actually started to get more in depth into hip hop, and I feel like it was just because of that like hardcore kind of like golden era throwback to the heavy sampling, along with just like his Brooklyn style of rapping. And it also kind of, I feel like at this time was really popular with that kind of like psychedelic hip hop era that started to take hold with like Joey and with A$AP Rocky and with the Underachievers and stuff like that. A lot of it coming from New York. And so that's kind of, this has always been one for me that I just have loved. If y'all don't know, it's part of why my social media tags are what they are.
Mr. Boombastic?
I use the Shaggy Mr. Boombastic, but the boom bap part of it is actually from The Tomb and a line on that song. So I thought it'd be fun to run it up.
Very nice. Trey, was this your first listen?
I always love hearing where people's Instagram handles come from, like
mine's pretty obscure. Not a lot of people know where Breaking Bad comes from. For those that don't know, it's based off of a television series on AMC that aired a couple years back. So, a little tidbit
and the
about
fact that
me.
your name's Blake,
right?
That's a big
right.
part of it too.
That is a big part of it.
So, one of the main parts. So this was the first time that I listened to this album all the way through. A couple days ago. And I had listened to a Joey Bada album all the way through. It was what was it called? Like America? Flag on the front of it. Yeah. Well, I knew Christian liked Joey Bada a lot. I like Christian a lot. And I was about to fly. I think I was actually flying to Denver, and that album came out that day. And I was like,
All American Badass.
All American Badass. Yeah. And it was like, I think like 2017-ish, like right after. It was, when everyone, all they wanted to talk about in any form of art was Donald J. Trump. which was great for about a minute and a half, and then it got really old. But anyway, so I listened to that and I was like, this isn't bad. Like, some of it's good. And then in retrospect, it's really terrible. This album,
Really?
however,
Yeah, it's bad.
good. Yeah, it's not good. Some of it works, most of it doesn't. It's like just as I love to say, campy. You know,
You do love
it's
to
just
say
a
that.
little, yeah.
And it was just all that anybody. It was so just political heavy
It was like
that it's just like,
like
for the
Republican
fucking love of
bad,
God, we get
everything's
it.
scary. And I mean, he's not
I
wrong.
mean, but yeah,
Republican
like-
bad and everything's scary. But
Republican are bad, but like I didn't realize you guys were such fucking centrist pussies that like political music scared you. I'm glad I know that now though, for the future. You know,
well, the problem is
I don't think it's some
it
woke
is
thing
actual
to point out
like,
something that's
centrism.
blatantly obvious. It's like
Yeah.
these are things that everyone knows, and you're just poking a dead horse. It's like, okay, we're past this already.
Anyway,
But
we're
yeah.
not talking about that album today. We're talking about 1999, which is fucking fantastic. I kind of see what you're saying with the psychedelic hip hop thing. I think a lot of his flow reminds me a little bit of like later Mac Miller in a way, like Good AM Mac Miller. But a lot of it is also like almost a really good representation of like New York hip hop, like Big L and Biggie and Jay-Z, like very similar flows, very East Coast. And especially in a time where like people were doing big things with production, where his was a lot more stripped back. There's some cool like jazzy production in here. One of my favorite songs on here has like an MF Doom sample, and like the whole track is like an MF Doom sample. So yeah, really enjoyed it. I'm glad that we picked it and excited to get into it.
yeah, this is. I got to be honest. I'm disappointed in myself. I've brought great shame upon myself and my family and my friends by sleeping on young Joey B, because I've been asleep, but now I'm wake. Okay, and let me tell you something. This album goes so fucking hard, and this was the first time that I listened to it front to back, and this just checks so many of the boxes that I like in hip hop music. Like it, with the theme of it being 1999, like the production, like you said, Trey, is so simplistic at times, but it works really well with the way that he's rapping, and it kind of like, it is an album that belongs in a 1999 release, like things that were coming out around that time. And so I went into it totally blind. I mean, I listened to All American Badass. I haven't listened to it in a while, so I remember liking it at the time. I don't know how that aged, but this is really fucking good, and I'm super excited to get into it. I rinsed it twice today. Was listening to it at the gym, getting my cardio on for Bonnaroo, you know, trying to shed that beer weight. Doesn't help that I'm also drinking beer every night, but like, you know, I feel like it kind of evens out.
Do you want to know the better way to shed the beer weight? It's if you stop drinking beer, I think.
Yeah, I've heard, but I don't know if I can make that happen. So, but anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Christian, you want to start us off with your top tracks?
Yeah, number one's got to be From the Tomb, just because that's kind of how I stumbled upon him and this album. The fucking I love Chuck Strangers on this. He says, "Gassed up like Sunoco, press the pedal through the floor, bitch, we out the door, vroom vroom skirt, bitch, love don't live here no more."
Hell yeah.
That shit went hard as fuck. I just love when he comes in on that. Number two is Survival Tactics. The beat's just like fucking clean, and Joey flows on this thing. My PE conglomerate's about to PEE on any wannabe weak MC. Air 'em out or leave 'em empty. Congratulate the semi-auto. Fire flame spitter like Komodo.
Fire.
Insane.
Bar.
Just bar.
All right,
I wish we had like a horn where we could just like
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of interject and do something we don't usually do here, but I'm gonna give one of my top three because I have that track as well, but I have the top side of that verse. So I have we don't give a fuck as long as we collect our peso. Y'all collect pesos. Your money ain't right here. I got them girls next to the wood like they light year. I'm right you. Trying to get a buzz, trying to pollinate. Steve's got that presidential shit. Time to inaugurate.
oh,
Like,
dude, cold with the flow on this shit.
Yeah.
And then last I've got Illuminati. The fucking beat on this is like this old, I think it's some like knowledge beat or something like that they use, but it's this almost like analog production sample that I just love. And the fucking line, I'm a beast with these flows, 2 birds, 1 stone. You get geesed when these trees rolled.
Nice.
This man
Very
just
fucking
like
tight.
fucking, yeah, those are my top 3.
Trey?
Nice. Okay, so one is survival tactics, just like we just went over. The other one is world domination, because of a lot of reasons. One is that Pinky and the Brain sample at the beginning. Like, what do we do today? We're gonna do what we do every day. We're gonna take over the world. Me and my dad used to say that to each other when we were kids. Or when I was a kid, he was an
When
adult.
your dad was a
That's how
kid?
that works. And so yeah, I thought that was really cool. That's the one that has the MF Doom beat on it. There's also an Eminem nod. So that hook that says is like, "Hey, yeah, who the fuck passed you the mic and said that you could flow? Point them out, bitch. I want to know." That's from an Eminem song called "Open Mic." So it's not sampled. He just like says the same thing, which is kind of tight.
Paying homage,
paying
they call
homage.
that. Yeah.
Homage. Some would say.
Homage.
Those people would be wrong. And then also from that, there's a really good verse. It's like, "But fuck it, I'm erratic. Mama lock me in the attic, please, till I draw enough static in my somatic anatomy and come out imputed with fusions of blueprints and illmatics. I've been going raw. That's just how I feel rapping." Like throwing some more homage to blueprints and illmatics. Yeah, like just being like, I'm East Coast as fuck. Like, love that. And then my third one was Righteous Minds. The beat's really, really sick. I also think there's like a Jay-Z reference. So actually in Reasonable Doubt, on Can I Live, Jay-Z has a line that says, "We all fiends got to do it. Even righteous minds go through this." And this song is a little bit more like, it's a little more poignant. It's a little more like real, where he's like kind of getting into, some of like the struggles of like street life and some of your typical hip hop things. As a verse, it's like lines, "Mothers be jobless, so they're making dollars, shaking it topless, and daddy been gone, said he took off like ostrich," which I learned from this that ostrich is the fastest land bird. Did not know that. They can run like 43 miles an hour on land. So
little TBM animal fact for you.
Yeah, just a little knowledge. So yeah, I thought that song was really good in general. Sometimes those, like, when rappers do things like that, especially on an album that's not exactly like condemning that type of behavior, but something like at points gratifying it, it wasn't like overdone. And I thought it was really cool. So yeah,
Very nice. Hell yeah. My first one, Hard Knock. Hard Knock, just like, this is the shit I was talking about. Just like simplistic beat. He just gets on it and fucking rips. The very beginning part that I love, it just starts with, "Just got word from my man's on the island. He said he needed guidance. Word we can't say on the streets is wildin'. He looked to God but can't find him, so he demands silence from the glaring sirens. The sympathy symphony, only thing playing is the band violence. No lion just won't let them get the iron. They want to burn your molecules until you let go like ions." Shit is fucking just machine gun. Yeah, bar, dude. Like, he starts the song like that. And it's like, you could tell he's just fucking coming for throats. And then my second was World Domination. I do love the sample at the beginning. But honestly, dude, the beat on this song is like, it's the funkiest beat on the whole album. That's honestly so what drew me in. Like, the lyricism isn't to the level of like Hard Knock, but that beat is just, it's so creative and so different. And he rides that beat really, really well. So I like that a lot. And then Snakes was my third. Great song. The highlight of it for me is in the second verse. He says, "Got a whole bunch of shit up on my plate now, thinking like the man garden, it's a snake now, because I don't know who to believe or who to deceive. Got me thinking I sold my soul. I ain't received the receipt. But I won't proceed to retreat. Jigga told me to watch the throne seat, and now I see it in respect to B.I.G. I gotta cease it." And when, like, his delivery on that line, like, and it's just cool that he's paying homage to Jay-Z and to Biggie. Obviously, I fucking love Biggie. I love a good Biggie reference. So all those songs, man, he really snaps on them, and I know I said it earlier, but God, I'm glad you picked this album. This shit is so fucking good.
So good.
It's almost like he's saying that he's like this spiritual successor to him, but he's not saying like I've got the crown now or something that a lot of rappers fall into the trap of. Like he's like humble about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
These are like the people that came before me. This is what I'm trying to do. That type of shit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of you're right, a lot of rappers, but like I think that's just a thing in hip hop is like to be arrogant and cocky about your skills, but like he does it in a kind of a unique way that I really appreciate. All right, Christian, you got bottom tracks?
Yeah, my first one, and I think it's just because of the run of songs that it comes after, like From the Tomb all the way through World Domination are just fucking heaters. And then Pennyroyal just felt like, and I know I can recognize that it was like a change in pace for the album itself, but coming after those, it just was underwhelming in just about every sense of the word for me. I also, and the other ones are kind of all the same. I don't love Kirk Knight, and so Where It's At, that's my number 2, and Don't Front. And they just like weren't really there. I think the back half of the album is a little just on the lighter side, and that's why.
That's fair. Trey?
So first off, I actually like Pennyroyal a lot. I think that with I don't have it written down somewhere. World Domination to Pennyroyal into Funky Ho ' money sign. I think that three song run was really good. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about that joke earlier and I was like, so for my bottom 3, I have Don't Front. I don't really like it. On paper, I should like that beat a lot. Like it's all like it has like a scratch going in. Like the outro is very like almost like grammatic Pretty Lights-esque, but for some reason it just didn't really sit well. And then I only have one other bottom track, Sue Me, whatever. It's Third Eye shit. Like I get it, you want to put all your boys on a track and like that's cool and stuff, but like maybe don't make it 10.5 minutes long. I thought that I the first time I listened to this, I was in the gym because I also do cardio or whatever, and
nice.
I'm trying to get rid of that beer weight that I've been building up for about a decade now. And I thought that I hit skip in my pocket, like to go back to start the track over 3 different times. I pulled my phone out and I was like, why is this still happening? And like the verses aren't even bad. It's just like, come the fuck on. Let's wrap it up. I want to go home.
Definitely felt that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Third Eye shit on my bottom tracks too. Like, bro, there's way too much happening in this fucking song. Like from the beat to the screaming, like all of them screaming at the beginning, and like I saw like it started and I was already like I'm not gonna like this song, and then I saw it was 11 minutes and 40 seconds. I was like, all right, we are done with the album now, and just fucking turned it off. Like
it reminds me of that track that you and Zach and the boys made, Power Rangers or whatever, but
yeah, except and 11 minutes long. It's just so unnecessary. Pennyroyal I have on there. Pennyroyal sounds like a Diet Earl song, and I already don't like Earl that much. Like apart from Doris, like we get it, man. You make music for crack addicts. Like that's like
bro, straight up, that's what that music is.
It is literally like he even said. Earl says in one of his songs, "Provider of the backdrop music for the crack rock user," and I'm like, yeah, actually,
but that song's good.
That song is so good. But like that's his whole fucking shtick, and this sounds like an Earl song. So I was like, it just immediately fucking turned me off to it. And then Funky Ho ' money sign. I like the repetitiveness in this song. What does he say? Hang on. I gotta go to it. He has some sort of like, wait, hang on. I don't trust these bitches. They will never catch me slipping. And he says it like 60 times, just over and over again. Like he said it, like he does this thing where he says it 4 times and then he pauses and I'm like, okay, like that's a good bridge. And then he goes into it again and says it 4 more times. And I'm like, all right, man, like fucking wrap this shit up. But apart from that, that's really all I had. Like I said, the album as a whole is really fucking good, but those songs just Penny Royal will probably grow on me. I just couldn't get the Earl taste out of my mouth. Phrasing, boom, and
Nice. We still doing phrasing.
So yeah, those are mine. So
Solid.
Pitchfork gave it
Probably
a
10 out of 10.
Let's take some guesses. Trey, yours is a 10 out of 10. Christian, what's your
Wait,
guess?
my real guess is a 9.5. That's
Okay.
I legitimately think that.
I'm gonna say they gave it an 8.
They gave it an 8, right on the dot. Nailed it. Very
Like he
nice.
cheated, but good job nonetheless.
They
Where am I
reviewed
looking
it.
up fucking Pitchfork reviews?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you do every day.
They said the 17-year-old, I didn't realize he was 17 when this came out too, which is fucking crazy. The 17-year-old Brooklyn rapper Joey Badass, the most visible member of the progressive era artist collective, is a young man with an old soul, and his debut mixtape showcases a prodigious MC with a vision. Yeah, I mean the review is pretty good. I think an 8 is very solid. Christian, what do you rate it out of 10?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Your Instagram name is based on this album. You give it a 7.5?
Yeah. It's also based off of Shaggy, Mr. Boombastic. I'm not about to rate a Shaggy album above a fucking 6. Like, fucking get off my ass.
Did Shaggy even come out with albums?
Not anymore. Is that the guy that was with Swayze? Oh no, that was Cisco.
No, that was Cisco. He was frying. Never mind.
Can we review a Swayze album?
That first Swayze album used to ride, bro. I kept that thing in my Explorer. When I totaled my car, I'm pretty sure that's what was playing. Actually, that's not true. We'd be setting mom, my Lil Wayne was playing. I was sitting sideways. But it was in the CD deck. That's what matters.
Yeah, dude, that first Swayze album does kind of hit. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rinse that at Bonnaroo. That's good Bonnaroo vibes.
It is, yeah.
All right, Trey, rating.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 as well. Actually, that was really good.
What the fuck? Just like lost it.
Fucking torches you for the 7.5, and it's like I'm gonna do the exact same fucking thing.
The ultimate fucking
Word.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go 8.5. Actually, I think this album is really good, and I'm gonna be fucking. I added it to Hip Hop by Blake and Company. Shout out to Hip Hop by Blake and Company. Everybody go follow that. We're up to 2,100 songs of
It's not
all
impressive when
hip-hop.
you just add whole albums.
First off, it is impressive, dick. Second off, I don't just add full albums. I also select certain songs from certain albums. And it's a collaborative effort. There's like 10 people on that playlist.
I'm on
Don't
the
be-
playlist.
What did you add? It's probably trash. That's why you're like that's why you're coming at me about this.
I think I added Pine Grove. I'm not really sure.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, yeah. 8.5 final listing. That's how I feel. All right. Any other closing thoughts, feelings, emotions on this album? What is the face you're making?
His name is Jovan Virginie? It's got, I'm going to say Virginie because that's way better than Virginie. And
With death all over my fucking room. Holy fuck.
oh, Virginie. Also, he was in Mr. Robot. Do y'all not remember that?
I did not remember that. I only watched like a few episodes of that show.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I get him and ASAP Rocky confused a lot, and yes, it's because of the dollar sign. Okay, and yes, I know there's a whole ASAP crew, but until I listened to this album this time around, I thought he was part of the ASAP crew. Like I just thought, I mean, all dollar signs are created equal. I just kind of figured that like
It's
they were all
giving
together.
racism. I'm gonna be honest.
It's dollar sign racism though. Like it's not like he was using like a peso and then a dollar sign. I just assumed that all symbols for money were the same. You know, I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Who was that guy that called them "What's that, Ricky"?
That was on a tweet. Oh fuck! I didn't look up tweets.
Oh no!
What the fuck do you mean?
I mean, I got some great tweets ready for you guys.
Wasn't it Jack White they called him "What's that, Ricky"?
I think so. Oh man,
That's so good. Okay. Well, we got to roll into rides or dies. I don't know how we're gonna do this, dude. We're just gonna talk about the songs we picked and just have a discussion about it, and not listen to them.
Well, here's the deal. We could definitely play the songs that Christian and I picked, because no one's gonna come after us for those.
Yeah, but then I think that's like discrimination against me, and I don't really like that, so I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
What if we change the segment
To what?
to like underdog for the underdogs?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It means
Zero context. It's gonna mean a billion different things.
We're the underdogs, but we find music by artists who are obscure and maybe
Blake's
not found,
like that.
and we put it on for the people.
I like that.
I like it, but Rides or Dies is such a good segment, man. I don't want it to go away, you know?
Well,
it's like one of my favorite parts of the pod.
It kind of has. It's been ruined.
I mean, we can just tell people that they need to listen to the songs when we talk about them, you know?
Yeah,
and no one's going to do that, but...
Yeah, but okay, so we probably should have workshopped this before we started recording. But, hey guys, this is an insight and a look into the creative process behind us here at Totally Blake Music. So I think that we could still do Rides or Dies and still talk about the songs. All right. And then Christian had an idea that we post the songs like on our Instagram, but then we could also do the underdogs thing. We could do both.
That's fair.
So that way we still have the breakup in. We need music to break up our fucking yapping. That's the issue here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that. It's going to be tough though, man. Like, I don't know how to find songs that, like I don't know how to find like SoundCloud songs like Christian. I'm not a SoundCloud rat, you know? Christian's like deep in the SoundCloud verse, and so that's easy for him. Like that would be tough for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick a different pre-light song every week. So,
fuck yeah,
super underground artist.
Trey, why don't you tell us a little bit about your song?
All right. So I picked a song. Blake, I picked this just for you. I picked this song because it's by one Sound Tribe Sector 9, aka STS9. They haven't played the song in a while, like I think a year or two. And I think they're going to bust it out this weekend. It's called Some Sing. It's very down-tempo, very chill. It's got a really good beat behind it. But, Blake, I know it would pique your interest because of a Connector remix that used to exist. But, you know, I just really hope that you and I, arm in arm, because that's how we watch shows, are going to be at Sound Tribe watching the sunrise, and they're going to blast it with Some Sing. I'm going to look at you and be like, told you.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. I did like that you sent this specifically because Bass Nectar used to play it a shit ton, and I know that you knew that.
I will give credit where credit's due. That's a good remix.
Great remix, and I know he used to back in the day, probably when it was less creepy to have sex with 17-year-olds for him, like when he was in his 20s maybe. He was playing this song a lot, and he was opening for STS9. Back in like the very beginning phases, but yeah, it kind of phased out as it went. But I mean, STS9.
I think he was still like 30 when that was happening. When he was opening for Tribe.
But Some Sing, STS9 always rides. Always, it's a fucking banger, and I love them. Christian.
Yeah, I am not sure if y'all knew this, but I collect vinyl, and I have a huge vinyl collection. I actually have a limited edition of this album on vinyl, and it's one of my favorite songs. It rides.
Damn, dude, your dick
I
is
just want
huge.
to also, if anyone didn't hear that, I have a big vinyl collection.
He has a really
You got a record player from Urban Outfitters. And,
limited. He also had to drop in that Artifact is limited edition. The copy he has limited edition. Definitely not a reprint from 5 years ago.
Trey,
It's definitely a reprint.
Trey, can you tell the story about that one time you bought me a record from Urban Outfitters?
I don't think legally I'm allowed to tell that story, Blake, but I will anyway. So this one time Blake was leaving for Arizona State, and we were pretty close at the time. We're not really anymore. And
okay.
So I was gonna miss him a lot.
Still consider us really close?
Yeah, whatever. Acquaintances, heavy acquaintance. So I was gonna get him a gift, and so we went to Urban Outfitters, and I didn't have that much money, and I also had a penchant for stealing things at the time. I really like to steal things, and so I stole him a copy of Yeezus, and then I walked out of the store, and I was sitting there talking to him, and then I decided that I actually wanted to get him My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy instead. I had what they call stealer's regret. So I went back inside and swapped out the record, and then was coming back out with the newly stolen record when I got stopped by Urban Outfitters. And I was banned from Urban Outfitters for 2 or 3 years, I think. Which, I mean,
This man went back and swapped the stolen fucking record that he had. Who does that?
Let me tell you, his sister was not happy because she thought I was going to go to jail and ruin us leaving to take him to Arizona State the next day. Because I drove your ass all the way out to fucking Phoenix, Arizona.
You did. That was real. That was real as hell.
Yeah, some real shit.
And now when Trey comes to Denver, he doesn't even tell me he's here. So I guess that's where we're at, I guess
I literally, before we got live, I was like, hey, you want to come stay at the Airbnb in Dillon? Whatever.
All right, Christian, your song?
I selected Let the World Hurry by the one and only Derek Vincent Smith, a.k.a. Pretty Lights, a.k.a. Pretty Lits. The last 2 minutes of this, it might be my favorite Pretty Light song. The last 2 minutes of this fucking song are God tier. I don't care what anyone says. It might be the most beautiful thing that's ever been created.
I would agree.
I think that's a little fucking dramatic, but sorry, go ahead.
I would agree that it's God tier. It's God tier Pretty Lights. I mean, the tempo change, everything about it. A little sample flip there at the end. Let the World Hurry By. Top 5 PL track.
Easy.
Sometimes I feel like the world is just hurrying by, brother.
Well, you have to let it. You have to let it do that. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, true. I mean, you guys know I'm a big PL guy. Always have been. Always been on the PL side of the Bay Sector PL debate.
Yes.
That's always been the thing. I mean, this song rides. I'm not going to go overboard with it, I'm not like a dick rider or nothing. You guys got this man's dick in your mouth. I literally see it. So that is a little much, but it's good.
I wish.
So,
actually, speaking of Pretty Lights, though, I know that I told y'all I have a big record collection, but vinyl. I have a Color Map of the Sun, and it's signed by Derek Vincent Smith. So, I mean, yeah.
Damn, it's really cool.
You know what? We should replace Rides or Dies with Christian as a douchebag. It's where we just get him to say the douchiest things for 3 minutes straight.
Oh man, I wish I would have saved those text messages from when Christian was coming up with World of Warcraft names, because that shit was fucking gold. But it's so far back in the text now, I'm not gonna be able to find it.
That I can find it. I don't delete any of my text messages.
Okay, so my song was Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band. So this is a running joke in my family that my dad always brings up that my mom got burned on the Abracadabra album because apparently that album sucks ass. And I heard the song Abracadabra and I was like, I get why you would be excited for this album. This is a good ass fucking song. I didn't listen to the rest of the album. I'm scared to, but Abracadabra fucking rides. It's just a vibe to me. So that's what I picked. What'd you guys think?
Is this like one of those jokes that your dad says 80 billion times?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I thought this is an odd pick by you. I don't love the reach out and grab you thing. It's a little scary, freaks me out a little bit. But I will say that it is a catchy song, and I like the Steve Miller Band, and I'm gonna give it a very soft rides. And I'm sorry, Cindy, that you were disappointed by the release of Africa.
Shout out, Cindy. Yeah, I was confused when you sent this. Honestly, I didn't know what to think, but this song fucking rides. I love the Steve Miller Band. This was.
Yeah,
badass.
I mean they're fucking great. Honestly, I need to listen to more. All right, well that was our rides or die segment. It just doesn't feel the same. It wasn't
bad, actually.
It wasn't bad, but like I missed listening to the tunes. The tunes, bruv. So
the tunes, bruv.
Okay, Trey, did you scrounge up some tweets for us or what?
I didn't. I've been really in the moment. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let's start this.
I don't know if this is gonna go well, but I got like 2 in the deck maybe, but
okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to Trey's Bonnaroo preview. My name is Trey, and I'll be your host today. All right, for those of you that don't know, Bonnaroo is a music festival that takes place in Manchester, Orchestra, Tennessee, every year in a very, very hot month of June. They tried to move it into September a few years ago. Would have been great. Unfortunately, there was a lot of rain or something. I don't remember what the issue was.
A hurricane came through.
Yeah, something. A lot of rain, some wind. The thing that happens in New Orleans every now and again. Blake, I'm just going to give you probably the 3 people I'm most excited to see at Bonnaroo for the 24 hours I'm going to be there.
All right.
Number 1 is going to be Sheryl Crow. I'm really ready to soak up the sun with Cheryl. Number 2 is going to be Tyler Childers, just because I just think seeing you in some cowboy boots and a straw hat is going to be fun, and I like to think that's what you're going to wear to that.
Of course.
And then the last one's going to be My Morning Jacket. Very excited to see My Morning Jacket.
Yeah,
their Bonnaroo shows are legendary. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sorry I don't have any tweets today. Donald Trump got arrested again, so that's just like a daily occurrence at this point. But I've yet to see him in handcuffs, which is fucking infuriating.
Yeah, that does suck.
Like, just one picture.
I know.
Just one
it would
picture,
be great.
I'll be happy. Yeah.
It would be great. Well, before I get into my tweets, I'll say who I'm most excited for. Obviously, you guys know how I feel about Kendrick Lamar. Don't really give too much of a shit. He's uncontested, so I guess I'll go. But like, I'm not like over the moon about it. I mean, I'm no dick rider. So, Wolfpack, I think is going to be great. Wolfpack fucking slaps. That'll be great. And Corey Wong is hosting the Super Jam, so that'll be really cool. Portugal the Man, obviously. I think they have a late night set, so that'll be fun. Or maybe it might be a sunset set. Here's the predicament, which we have talked about. My Morning Jacket and One Young Jitty overlap with each other. So my plan at this moment is to start with My Morning Jacket, leave an hour in to go see JID, and then come back to catch the end of My Morning Jacket. But because I don't want to miss that dance now at Bonnaroo is going to hit like fucking crack, bro. And I don't want to miss that. God. But the issue is, I think Jim James is going to suck me off, and I'm not going to be able to leave.
I would predict,
dude. No,
I would predict
you have to
happen
when that fucking and everybody starts going in, bro.
This shit's gonna be fucking crazy.
I won't be at Bonnaroo, but luckily I have a pretty big vinyl collection. I'll pop some old.
Yeah, like I'm staying through every bit of My Morning Jacket. I don't.
You're a moron,
dude. They're awesome. I mean, like I'll judge it based on the situation. Like maybe you'll catch the last half of JID. You know.
That's fair. I mean, in your defense, I think literally every person in my group is going to stay for all of My Morning Jacket, so I'm probably going to be going to JID alone. But whatever, it is what it is.
Damn, that makes me want to go to JID then. Just make sure you're not alone.
Yeah, I'm a solo warrior sometimes, man. These fucking cats can't hang. Bunch of pussies.
We'll see who's still up at 6 a.m. for SCS9.
Bunch of fucking GDI pussy people.
Don't.
That's what they are. Me and my Epsilon brothers are gonna be a fucking JID. All right. we quad Eps don't fuck around. Okay. So that's my Bonnaroo preview. That was a good segment, Trey. What do you think on your feet? Very
Thanks,
nice.
man.
All right. I got 2 tweets. One of them is a poll, and it's who's the most hated person in Breaking Bad, and it's Gus, Fring, Skyler, Uncle Jack, and Todd. And Skyler has a 74% pick rate. And the tweet says, Breaking Bad fans, when they have to choose who's the worst between a drug kingpin, 2 Nazis, and a woman.
Yeah, fuck Skyler, man. She's such a bitch.
Yeah, fuck her women, am I right?
She just wouldn't quit nagging Walt about taking out the trash and not selling meth.
Okay, so this one is an interaction between 2 people. Someone said, highest age you had sex with, go. Mine is 84. And this person said 19. I'm 15, by the way. And someone said, you a victim. And he said, Cap. And he said, fuck you mean, Cap, bro? You got raped. Yeah, and I think back to when I was 15, and you know what? If cancel culture had been around the time that I was 15, some things would have been a little different. Let me just tell you that much. I'm not going into detail, okay? But you guys could pick up what I'm putting down. You know, Trey? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I know what you're referring to. Yes, Blake, I do.
Okay. Yeah,
Turn into Jay-Z.
I don't have anything else. So, oh wait, I got one. I got a shower food review for you guys because that was a good.
I love these.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this one is shower food review 58 root beer float. I don't drink too much soda and I don't have desserts often. So after I drank this, I just laid down in pain for a few hours. It was tasty though. I'm always ready to face the consequences of my actions. Are you? 9 out of 10.
God, it took an introspective left turn at the end.
I love him, dude. He's always got good introspection for us. All right.
Oh God.
You guys got anything else before we sign off for a while? Because we're gonna be at Bonnaroo and just living the night away together. Trey,
Living La Vida Loca.
Living La Vida Loco.
Yeah, I need you because I'll probably hard to get in touch with you after we get off this call. I'm gonna need you to kind of keep an eye out for tickets for me again.
Oh my God, are single day tickets sold out?
No, but they're $175. I'm trying to like not pay that much money.
You're trying to take the old Wook approach.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it. So, Christian, you'll be missed unless you want to fly in.
Yeah, y'all have fun.
We will. Sure, are we going to try to record an episode live from Bonnaroo?
I think we should do a quick 30-minute what's up, everybody. We're really famous, and we're here recording totally biased music type moment.
I think that would be cool. I don't know how we would do it. I don't know the logistics of it at all, but if we could figure it out, that would be cool.
I got an idea. I'll bring some stuff.
All right. Bet.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen, thanks. Until next time. Sorry we have no music. Fuck Universal Music. We'll see you guys later.
Bye forever.
Goodbye.